Chapter number 13. Give till you etch. It is more blessed to give than to receive. New Testament Acts 20 and 35. According to Mother Teresa, giving away what we don't require is not charity. Charity is when we give away what we need most. Giving away what makes your heart ache, in simple terms, is charity. Have you ever experienced the happiness that giving brings? The joy of giving is immeasurable. Giving does not necessarily mean giving money. You could give your time or help or advice. In fact, you could give anything that costs something to you and can help others. It's a strange principle, but it's true nevertheless that those who give the most have the most of whatever they give. It is said that God returns manifold what you give away. There are so many instances of people who found their meager resources growing after they had shared it with the needy. Many people I meet tell me that they don't have enough to give away. This is not true. Everyone has enough to share. It is just that we are greedy and want to keep it all with us. Just think, if we put away only 50 paise every day for charity, it would amount to rupees 15 in a month and rupees 180 per year. That would be enough to buy notebooks for a needy child who is interested in studying or buy clothes for someone. Most of us can afford to put away 50 paise, can't we? It isn't essential we give rupees 500 for charity. Sometimes just rupees 5 to buy a meal for a hungry person is enough to bring about a sense of satisfaction and joy in our and the recipient's lives. Remember, you are not doing charity for someone else by giving them food or clothes. It is a favor you are doing yourself by making life more meaningful for you. We all come into this world without any riches or possessions and leave the world empty handed. Then why should we hoard material possessions throughout our life and bring ourselves so much unhappiness and tension? If we learn to live life in simple terms without any greed for material things, we are likely to remain content and happy. Charity ensures joy. Chapter 14. This is life. Life is an adventure. Venture into it. Life is a journey. Complete it. Life is a path full of roses and thorns. Enjoy the roses and pick out the thorns. There is no one in the world who does not have his share of troubles and anxieties. When we go through adversities in life, we always assume that God has singled us out for unfair treatment. In our ignorance, we feel that we are encountering more distressful events than others. We forget the months of happiness and success we have enjoyed. Anxieties are caused by our way of interpreting events. If we can interpret it in a positive manner, we could use the experience to learn and grow. But if we interpret the same in a negative way, we will feel defeated by the event. The power of positive thinking can help us overcome adversity with ease, while the negative attitude can rob us of our happiness, self esteem, and optimism. When Prashant was unable to get admission in IIT despite full preparation, he didn't lose hope. He applied at the regional engineering college and got admission. After that, he continued to work hard and passed out with flying colors. He was picked up by an MNC in a campus interview and his life was made. Positive minds think differently. When a door closes, they expect many windows to open. This makes all the difference. Just as every dawn is followed by dusk, happiness and joy are followed by sorrows. It is how you accept this cycle that ensures peace. Chapter 15. Why me? Most of us ask this question whenever calamity hits us. If a loved one dies, we lose our job, lose money, or if anything disturbing happens, we ask this question over and again. When overcome with grief, instead of wondering, why me? Think of others going through similar experiences and reach out of them. It will deepen your sense of compassion and empathy for people in similar situations. Some time ago, Satish lost his legs in an accident. He was distraught and depressed for a long time till he suddenly realized that he could help others in a similar predicament. He began an association for people who had lost their limbs. The association counseled and helped such people, and soon Satish found a purpose in life. Instead of wallowing in self pity, he found an outlet for his energies in a positive manner. When Mumbai was ravaged by bomb explosions, or when the dreaded SARS hit people in many countries, it was a devastating experience for most families. For the people who lost a loved one or more family members, there was no light at the end of the tunnel. Life seemed totally bleak and hopeless, yet people lived through the tragedy and life went on. Many regained their happy disposition after a while because time is the greatest healer. It's easy to focus on the sufferings caused by tragic events, but instead of asking why me, ask why not me. This little query will help you maintain a positive outlook during your period of trial and tribulations. Learning to accept tough times helps us live through them with peace and equanimity. Chapter number 16, A Matter of Attitude. Two friends were walking in the park. Just as they turned a corner, dark and threatening clouds covered the skies, and soon a torrent of heavy showers compelled them to seek cover under a tree. One of them remarked, there goes our walk. Why did it have a start raining just now? The other said, it is so beautiful. I could stand here the entire day, watching the rain fall on the parched earth, giving it a new lease of life. Look at the leaves and flowers, they almost seem to be singing with joy at the advent of the monsoon showers after a long dry spell. The contrasting attitude between the two friends is as stark as day and night. While one rejoiced when it rained, the other grumbled. Basically, it is matter of attitude. Almost every event can be viewed in two different ways, positive or negative. While the positive attitude helps us coast along with pleasure, the negative attitude can make us cynical, pessimistic individuals. We are bombarded by negative messages. Television, radio, print media, the internet all carry messages of death, destruction, and tragedy. In fact, everything bad that one can imagine seems to be happening all around. Through all this, how can we stay positive? Is it possible? And if we maintain a positive outlook, are we just seeing the world through the proverbial rose tinted glasses? There is a difference between blindly ignoring reality and acknowledging reality but still picking out the positives. The world can be cruel place because there is crime, unhappiness and disease. The world can also be a wonderful place because there is love, compassion and joy. Both scenarios exist side by side and will affect us throughout our lives. But how we choose to view the world can make the difference between being happy or unhappy. Quite honestly, attitude is the deciding factor. It is the crucial difference between optimism and pessimism. It is the difference between two contrasting opinions. The glass is half full or half empty. For an optimistic person, there are no barriers. Everything swings on well oiled hinges. A positive attitude makes all the difference. Learning to take the highs with the lows helps during rough weather. Chapter number 17, How to Remain Positive. Fyodor Mikhailevich Dostoevsky, the famous Russian novelist 1821 to 1881, led an eventful life fraught with danger. Some of his books, Crime and Punishment, The Idiot, The Brothers Karamazov, are considered classics. Dostoevsky spent a significant part of his youth in the army before he took up writing. At one stage, he got involved in a plot against the government, but he was caught and a court sentenced him to death. Luckily, his death sentence was commuted to a spell of imprisonment in Siberia. Eventually, he was realized, and when he returned to European Russia, he began a magazine called The Times. His magazine was very critical of the government, and Dostoevsky was forced to close it down. Several times thereafter, he tried to re establish the magazine but didn't succeed. Instead, he slid into debt and had to leave the country. Despite repeated setbacks, he was a born optimist who found something positive in every situation. Neither his death sentence nor imprisonment in Siberia nor the forced closure of his magazine could rob him of his positive mindset, and he continued to pen his novels, which ultimately made him world famous. Is it easy to maintain a positive attitude at all times? No, it isn't. Despite our best resolutions, we are likely to falter on the path of positivism. Philosophers tell us to treat the reverses in our life as learning experiences. But what happens when a learning experience ruins our lives? How many persevere and continue on the enlightened path? Most of us want to lead our lives according to situational demands, and this path is definitely not enlightened. Hardships become a learning experience only when we view them objectively and remain detached from the results. When a major negative happens, perhaps the death of a loved one or being victimized by a crime such as rape or murder, being enlightened and viewing the events as another learning experience is difficult. We try to do so. Sometimes we succeed and at the other times we fail. Failing is human. Negative things will continue to affect us. No one lives a charmed life. At such times, we are likely to view the event in a mostly negative light. By the same token, positive things will also occur. But the difference between a positive and a negative mindset lies in the fact that the positive mindset will allow one to emphasize the good and ignore the bad. You can pick the good out of a bad situation because no situation is totally bad. By having a positive outlook, we are not ignoring reality or denying our emotions. Being positive does not mean you have to make a superhuman effort and hold back your tears or become unfeeling even when tragedy strikes you. It simply means we should not allow ourselves to be trapped in a rut and dwell endlessly on the reverses. Being positive implies allowing ourselves time to heal and then moving forward. Making a new life and rising above adversities is what positive thinking is all about. Ask yourself, so what? Each time you are hit and bounce back really hard. What is the worst thing that can happen? Ask yourself that, and you will find that most of the time we exaggerate bad situations. The truth is that if we were to balance the ledgers of our lives, we will discover that the sum of negatives will always be outweighed by all the positives. Life is about finding little pieces of joy in bundles of adversity.